All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is, wherever you are. Welcome on into Speed Gaming. We've got Link to the Past League, Link to the Past Randomizer League. There we go. Invitational action for you this morning. It is Team Pug Trio, represented by WeightyWords, taking on Team The Sexy Gannons, represented by Yagamoth. Boy, doing commentary at 7 in the morning may have been a mistake. My name is Westside Vandal. With me is Coy. How are we doing, Coy?
7 in the morning? I wish it was 7 in the morning. I got 9 a.m. over here. I should have been asleep so long ago.
All right. So, not much to say pre-race on this. These are two very good runners. This should be a very good matchup.
Oh, yeah. No. WeightyWords and Yagamoth are just fantastic runners, honestly.
Yeah.
These are the kind of guys where you see them in your race and you're like, oh.
Shield for Yagamoth in Sanctuary.
WeightyWords going after Uncle Route here. We have a pendant over at Hera. That's no fun.
Yeah,
it's very hard to not do Hera. Like,
yeah.
In any given seed, not doing Hera isn't really an option.
But yeah, two crystals on the other Light World dungeons today. So we will be seeing Desert and Eastern.
No love from the bushcraft, just some arrows.
And one very, very poor uncle.
Yagamoth just murders him. You can see him killing extra enemies here. He's setting up for a different tree pull. He already got the tier 1 pull, but if he kills 4 enemies, he can get the tier 2 or 3 and hopefully find bombs. Wow,
that's on the lumberjack ledge. Oh boy.
Hello there, Agaseed. How are you today?
Oh no.
I mean, I guess it's possible we can sequence break it, or maybe the flippers aren't required for anything at all, but
yeah,
this is probably an Agaseed, guys.
Yeah. Buckle in, we're in for some chop. Because there's 2 pendants outstanding and 2 dungeons that logically require for the flippers. So, yeah, that's... And those dungeons contain about 9 items together, plus the other checks flippers blocks. So, yeah, high likelihood we're going to be seeing Aga 1 today.
Yagamoth tried so hard to sidestep those arrows, but to no avail.
And, also, just $300 sitting around on the mushroom spot in Lost Woods. No big, right?
The next tree pull that he got was also arrows. Not helpful. All right, so this is impactful, though. WeightyWords is not doing the lumberjack check. He will probably do it later if he finds boots. So it's usually not too impactful if there is something good there, because you just work it in with your boots checks, right? But knowing that Aga is required early can make a huge difference in your routing. So we'll see over time if this pays off for Yagamoth.
Because, like, for example, if it comes down to going up to Mountain,
well, I mean,
it's like 1 without Dark World access,
right? Like, you don't feel bad about doing Aga 1 if you know it's eventually going to lead to something amazing like the flippers.
Yeah.
But the only thing we are hard required to have the flippers for is Swamp Palace. So maybe not want to make that play until you know that it's a crystal swamp.
Mm-hmm. Fair. Ether for 100 rupees from the bottle vendor. And not too much else coming out of Kakariko so far, but given time, we still haven't gotten to the meat of the checks here in Kakariko Village.
It's kind of annoying having to walk all the way through Kakariko just to get to the shop for bombs, but way better than having to double dip the well and blindside out.
Yep. Into the well we go, where
had some bombs.
Yeah. Which is why a lot of people choose to do it, because it seems like you'll usually find at least some bombs in one of these spots.
Curse you, Kakariko. Ooh, and a bottle. We'll be able to grab Sick Kid while we're here.
And the blue boomerang, but that one's kind of lost its luster since the red boomerang has found a few more uses in recent rando history.
I tried using the red boom to do splash delete last night, but I don't know if like I just forgot how it works, or maybe it's just not possible to do it on the festive seeds.
Oh.
So I'm falling out of love with the red boom now. I'm back on blue boom train.
In the Blind's basement here. And Moon Pearl. Hello.
All right. There we go. Now we're cooking. WeightyWords did not check Lumberjack. He does not know about the flippers yet. But it's not super relevant until we have the moods anyway.
Yep. Alright, so Yagamoth now done with most of the Kakariko checks. I forgot we found a bottle already, so I was a little surprised he took a detour for a second. Just 20 rupees though. Gets the bottle deposit back, I guess. So I guess that's nice.
So early bow, Eastern is a crystal, so we'll probably see an Eastern before we head to the Dark World this seed.
Yep. Eastern having some of the easier
yeah, even swordless, it's not that bad. There is a little risk with like popos can be really mean in that back dark room, but usually it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I was about to say even the most experienced runners can have some trouble with that popo dark room there. We saw that just last night actually in another race I calmed. One of the runners had to actually reset the room because they just lost track of where they were because they were just getting bounced all over the place. Right. Nothing on Lake Hylia there.
Kind of a thorough move for him to check that.
All right, so as expected, Eastern play coming up here from Yagamoth. Going to see what Saha's hiding in his closet, and then see what items are hiding in Eastern.
Yeah, WeightyWords going south, though. Not super interested in doing the Eastern dive just yet. Ooh, a nice glove. And a mushroom.
Might want to think about it, though, with items like that. I mean, obviously, WeightyWords has no way of knowing that, but...
It's probably not going to be too impactful. It's not like he needs a glove to do South Shore.
This is true.
And it's also not like Yagamoth's going to skip South Shore, right? Like, he's also going to come here.
Yep. Okay. And as Yagamoth enters Eastern, we'll see what was hiding at the bottom of the reservoir here. Just a heart container. Well, I say just. This early in the seed, having one additional full heart for about 3 extra seconds of walking, not bad.
Yeah, you'll often see runners skip like pieces of heart and stuff like that, but a whole heart container just sitting there out in the open, yeah, we'll probably pick that one up.
Farming Sora money at Ice Rod Cave. Yeah. Yeah. Evil.
Is that a thing people do?
I hope not.
I'd rather just orphan Sora.
I mean, if you really want to go in and out of the cave for a while, there's another one just over by Desert that has... by the way, that's the Mirror in Mini Moldorf Cave. Nice.
Yeah, Mirror or whatever. Red Boom, though, super exciting. That's one you wanted, right? You said Red Boom was better?
Yep. Then again, it might be because Red Boomerang goes a little bit farther and helps me a little bit with splash deletes, but I'm still learning those myself, so...
Yeah, the red boom setups for splash delete they're not too bad. Like, they're pretty cool. Oh, nice hook shot there.
Hook shot in Eastern.
So that's pretty much all of Death Mountain if we wanted to sequence break up there.
Yep.
Or possibly a way across the river after we kill Aga. Although we have like nothing to do that yet. No swords, no lamp, no cape.
And nothing in Ice Rod for the looks of it there.
Oh, WeightyWords going down to check Hobo. Or at least a fake flipper, I assume Hobo.
Using that hook shot to his advantage here in the Eastern Dark Rooms. And WeightyWords taking a swim up to the camper here. Going to be a little short of Zora money, but we'll probably also see Waterfall here.
Do you think so? I wouldn't do it. Like, that would be my prerogative.
Okay.
Yagamoth having a little trouble here. The enemies
there
are
we go.
Not agreeing with him.
I tend to be more thorough on overworld checks, I find, so that
he's
might
going back, so it looks like he will be headed over there. My thought process would be, okay, so say I go over there and I look at Zora's Legend, it's nothing, and I check Waterfall. Now Zora's all by itself forever, you know? Where if I don't go there at all, then it's not just Zora, it's Zora and Waterfall and Zora Ledge.
It's true, yeah. Into Waterfall we go.
I do think it's really surprising that he's doing this though when he could go to Eastern.
This is also a very good point. Yeah.
Eastern's like, you know, Crystal Dungeon, I can full clear it. I mean, it's not completely in logic, but it's not like I can't do the Dark Rooms.
Yeah.
So to go sequence breaking to those, oh no, Yagamoth.
Ooh. Well, at least the good news is he got the key, so he doesn't have to contend too much with that. Oh, the 300 rupees on Zora Ledge.
Yagamoth leaving Eastern, not interested in going back in. Yeah, so this is what we're talking about, that Popo Dark Room. If you just get not so nice Popo RNG, it can become very difficult very quickly if you don't have a sword or something to alleviate the problem in the dark.
Yeah, I think that might be the rudest spot for a 300 rupee of all time, by the way. Oh, I am in Escape.
Locked behind going to the hospital is hot, though. So mean. Mean seed. Did we find all 3 items in Eastern, though? Surely he didn't leave an item behind.
Green Pendant Ice Palace. So we are looking pretty likely that we're going to need that flipper. Because there's now only 1 pendant outstanding.
And confirms we did find all 3. So we probably won't see Yagamoth doing Armos until Go mode. Or at least until he's doing Pod at the same time. With our lamp, though, that's East Death Mountain. Super in logic. Yagamoth doing this before going to South Shore, so he won't have the mirror. But that's not really that big a deal, because you don't want to go to Hera. And you especially don't want to go to Hera when it's a pendant. And you especially don't want to go to Pendant Hera when you don't have a weapon to actually kill the boss.
All valid reasons for not wanting to go to Hera.
Hera's the worst.
Alright, so we will also see here what the old man has for rescuing him today. That's a sword!
Hey! That's helpful.
So, about that whole not having a weapon for Hera thing.
Yes, yeah. I mean, with no hammer, it's not like a big deal if he does.
Yeah, this is true. Yep.
He might go up to Spectacle Rock Cave first. Yeah, that's what he's doing. So that's a little unfortunate if he ends up having to go to Hera later. This is a play you typically make to protect yourself from the possibility of the hammer being right here. Because like if the hammer is in Spectacle Rock Cave and you don't grab it first, you lose so much time having to go back to Hera the long way. Where if there's not a hammer up here, then you only lost like 1 little climb. No big deal. Lumberjack.
Something on Lumberjack. Yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
Flippers. Of course, we don't have any information on like where the pendants are, so It could be Pendant Swamp, right? It's
Yeah.
it's possible.
There's a chance that it's the last remaining pendant, because we already know Hera is one, and we know Ice Palace is green from WeightyWords' conversation with Saha just now. So there is still one pendant outstanding, and if it's Swamp, we don't necessarily need those flippers yet.
Oh, WeightyWords taking the 50-50 gamble, although I believe we learned already that this will not pay off. But there wasn't anything in the big key chest, so not a big deal.
Nerdly with gifting a sub to our tracker. Nice. And there's the Paradox Cave. Oh no.
Yeah, so that's our Dark World access without having to do Aga.
Oh, and also we missed the book.
Yeah, it was also in Paradox.
So, yeah, about that whole not having access to Hera thing. Yeah, was that another 300 rupee on Floating Island?
Yeah, I think so.
Look at all this money just out of your reach.
All right, our first boss fight here from WeightyWords, and oops.
Oh dear.
Save it.
Yeah,
He
good
can't get
recovery so far.
Yeah, he can't get that quick kill anymore, but he can still have a fast fight.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed the tablet.
10 arrows.
Okay. And that's first blood for WeightyWords. So WeightyWords, I mean, he hasn't gotten his Dark World access yet. And it's a little early to be calling like ahead and behind and stuff, but he's definitely at a large advantage over Yagamoth. Yagamoth did go to the Eastern Big Key Chest, which costs like a minute, and then also died on the way to Armos, so that's going to cost him a couple more minutes at least.
Save and quit Sanctuary from WeightyWords here. We do see that Big Key is downstairs,
Firewall.
I believe. Yep.
Did he get an item in the front?
No, it was something else. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
I was trying to remember which
Like a
chest.
map or compass.
Yeah. Not having a good time with the bomb setup
Yeah.
for Herapot. Saves and
maybe
quits out.
for the best though. It can feel real bad to waste a bunch of time in Pendant Hera. Impactful though, he skipped Spiral Cave. We will not be seeing Spiral Cave from Yagamoth for quite a while.
Oh dear. And I've already seen that location burn a runner this week, so hopefully history does not repeat itself. Oh, chat pointing out Yagamoth picked up the item drop from one of the killed monsters, which does
the slot
mess
one.
with the... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really terrible at like explaining why that works, but essentially the enemy in the room who's in a particular slot, if you pick up its drop before it lands on the ground, it changes your bomb trajectory rebound or something.
Okay.
It makes Herapod basically impossible.
So, of note, Palace of Darkness is our other pendant, so we are going to need those flippers off of Lumberjack Ledge. There's the boots in Hype Cave.
All right, so we're just one item away from Aga being a thing.
So that Palace of Darkness being a pendant may also affect when Yaga decides to go back and clear out Eastern here.
It looks like Yaga's going straight to Pod, or at least to the pyramid.
Alrighty.
That'd be a big play if he just goes straight to Pod here.
It would.
Before, like Pendant Pod before South Shore.
Well, I mean,
I don't know if it's a good play, but it would be a big play for sure.
He might at this point assume that his opponent has already done that, which would be a very good assumption to make. And just it is banking on there not being something there to save time. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But
oh my gosh, he is going to Pod. I thought he would just go to Catfish. What a big play! I don't think I like this. This makes me uncomfortable. I mean, if there's any pendant dungeon that you feel like is probably gonna have something, it's pendant pod, right? So it's probably gonna be fine.
Yeah, that is the meme that it's always pendant pod until it is not pendant pod.
Yeah, the mirror was in Mini Moldorm Cave. Yaga just hasn't gone there yet.
And chat also pointing out it does feel a little awkward to do a pyramid check when you already know it's an Agaseed.
What if the pyramid has the cave? Right?
Oh,
I guess.
accurate.
Or something.
Accurate.
All right, and there
Or
is
Master's
Dark World
Sword.
Access. Dark World Access for WeightyWords.
And Flippers is on Lumberjack to answer the repeated question in chat. Which we need for Crystal Swamp Palace.
All right, WeightyWords headed to the top of Death Mountain here. We'll see if he makes different plays than Yagamoth. Yagamoth went to Hera, tried the Hera pot for a bit, and then just saved and quit and skipped Spiral Cave. WeightyWords just gonna do Spiral Cave. Okay.
Also correctly pointing out, we did get that bow really early, and it didn't unlock anything in Eastern Palace.
Yeah, that's true. So I imagine for WeightyWords, this is an easier decision because he does have the mirror. So he's like, well, I mean, if Hera has something, I could just go up the Hera way on the left side of Death Mountain later, right?
Yep.
Spiral Cave was nothing, so Yagamoth won't be burned by that location.
Indeed. Our tracker calling the shot here, calling for Titansmiths here in Palace of Darkness.
Oh, he's going to Hera. Okay, this is surprising. I meant this to be more like a farther down the line play. You know, after you run out of like crystal dungeons and stuff.
Yep.
Yagamoth giving it the old bomb 1-2 to make it past those pegs.
Nicely done.
And there is WeightyWords first map check.
Cane of Berna in Palace of Darkness.
Of course, WeightyWords doesn't know about the flipper, so the map check's not as impactful for him.
About collecting some money here for everybody's favorite King of Scams. Once again, this is an open 7-7 defeat Ganon Seed, so the bread and butter of Link to the Past Randomizer here.
WeightyWords gets his compass. What to do? Looks like he's gonna Hera pot.
Everyone, get in here!
Sword in Palace of Darkness, so there's our Palace of Dark or our Aga 1 access.
And before everybody goes to WeightyWords stream and follows him. I'm sure that won't happen.
Please don't.
Are you?
Oh,
you can't
no, that's
say that
unfortunate.
West Side Vandal. You can't tell people not to follow the runners. Follow the
But,
runners, guys. They're
follow
really awesome.
Follow the runners, but don't do
runners.
it just to troll the audio on a restream, please. Mainly because I'm already laughing too hard at the one alert we heard.
WeightyWords grabs the Hera pot, made it. No problem. Yeah,
All
Yagamoth had
right.
Master Sword, which he got in Pod, right?
Correct. Yeah, it was in
So
Dark Maze.
why are we not killing Aga now?
Yeah.
We'll do it eventually. I mean, he has to. He can't just
I mean,
not do it.
I guess there's a plausibility, like possible. Wow, words. Could Yagamoth have missing the flippers as 3 bombs or something? Because he's reading the pedestal.
Sure.
I mean, and I guess I'll just also throw out the possibility we could have misseen and saw flippers when it was just 3 bombs.
No. WeightyWords getting bullied over here by our good buddy Moldorm. Play nice.
The troll dorm is real in this seed.
It just feels so much worse because it's like pendant Moldorm, right? Like, I don't even want to be here. He's knocking you off platforms.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure somebody was paying attention and could tell us how many items are left in Terra. I guess the answer is 1 because he's going back in.
Yep.
A very thorough play from WeightyWords. Like, this is incredibly thorough.
Alrighty.
There are items that you could get that would make doing Aga faster, but not so much faster that you would put it off in favor of like not doing Crystal Swamp Palace, right? Like, you want the flippers and you want them now.
Yeah.
And then the things he's doing instead of going after this required boss that leads to required progression is also, like, you know, generally less efficient. Like, Front of Skull Woods isn't that bad a check, but it's not the most efficient thing you can do when you have a Swamp and Thieves Town and Aga you can all go do. I don't know. Like, it's not like it can't pay off. Like, it's not an automatic loss for routing like this, but it does feel less than optimal.
Making me feel silly for failing that bomb jumps as often as I do.
All right, WeightyWords headed over to Hype Cave. He will get the boots here, which hopefully will lead him to checking the bomb through, to checking Lumberjack. He does not know about the flippers yet. He would not be the first person to forget to check it, though.
Nope. Finding out that there is nothing on Bumper Cave. So Yagamoth now doing Village of Outcast checks, C-shaped house with a heart container. And chess game coming up.
Looks like WeightyWords was headed to K45 and Stumpy, but suddenly remembered Bombo's tablets of things. We'll get to see this. He can't grab it yet because no sword, but not if it's nothing, it's even better. And unfortunately, it was something super awesome shield. I guess he doesn't really need it, but you want those shields, you guys. They're good for you.
Gonna use the book here and see what shakes out of Desert Palace.
Yeah, it does look like you're gonna full clear desert.
Now, Yagamoth in Thieves Town.
To answer chat, only Yagamoth checked Lumberjack. He's the only one who knows about the flippers. WeightyWords only just now found the boots, so we assume he's going to check it around the time he's doing Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb.
Okay. So both our runners going to be in Crystal Dungeons at the same time here. Yagamoth grabbing that key, heading on over towards the attic. Didn't necessarily need the boots here, but
he had the God Pixel, but
oof.
the Patrick Star said, no, not for you, not today. So mean.
So we didn't need the boots to get to Landmalice in Desert. We might still have needed them to get an item.
Well, the small key on the torch logically requires boots for Landmo.
Oh yeah, that's right, sorry. Because the logic does prevent you from key locking yourself, so... Nothing in attic for Yagamoth, so lets the light shine down and is now heading to the basement to rescue the maiden. Nothing of use in desert item-wise, so WeightyWords going to be heading over to take on Landmo 1. We did see Bombo's tablet. It is a shield upgrade.
Did he get both items?
He did, yes. Bombs in big chest, 50 rupees in right side.
He should have left then. I mean, it's not like a big deal or anything, but because Myers a crystal, and Desert isn't a red crystal or anything, right? So you're always gonna be able to do this from the back, and there's like 40 different things you could find to make this an easier fight, or at least a faster one.
True.
Watch, he's gonna whip out the fabled 2-cycle bow Landmalice here. And I'll just eat my words.
If you did eat them, at least they'd have some weight to them, right? Alright, moving on to this flight fight.
His name is... Wait, I get it. I'm with you. It's 9 in the morning, Vandal. Come on.
It's 7:43 in the morning, and I still made that joke. Get on my level. You might need to get a shovel to get on my level, but anyway, just bombed from blind on a pretty decently scripted fight from Yagamoth.
Alright, so WeightyWords with some NMG strats here. This is, in my opinion, the absolute hardest part of the entire NMG run. And he's not doing super well, but way better than most people.
Yep.
I mean, it's pretty clean. Oh yeah? No, that's pretty good. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I feel good about that.
Landmo is not one of my strong points, and I feel like I'm not alone in saying that.
It's really hard to do it consistently quickly.
The Yagamoth continuing on with Dark World checks here, including the dig game.
Alright, so WeightyWords going to save and quit to Sanctuary. Likely his intention here is to go after Thieves Town and the like, but will he check Lumberjack on the way? Oh, nice sword there.
Bad trade, yeah. A little bit of time and 80 rupees for a Tempered Sword, I'll take that. Bonk Rocks check for WeightyWords here.
Looks like he's moving north. Yep, this is a lumberjack check. So WeightyWords going to get that flipper information. And it may just straight up change his route. No, I guess not, because he doesn't have the sword yet.
And yeah, okay, yep, that's flippers.
Just had to double check that one.
Yeah.
Alright, so WeightyWords knows now. He knows those are required.
Well, yeah. South Shore. Gonna receive that
WeightyWords
mirror.
going head check here on this way to the Dark World.
Or, okay.
Quick swap is
Yeah.
hard, okay?
Well, no, that's not what I was saying. Okay, Yagamoth going to check Agena.
Yeah, he said it's a
Instead-
desert. So I feel stupid, Vandal, because you remember when Yagamoth found the glove on the way to Eastern and WeightyWords went to South Shore instead. And I was like, oh, but it's not going to be that big a deal, right? Because like WeightyWords is definitely doing Eastern and Yagamoth is definitely going to do South Shore.
Yep.
Apparently, it's not so guaranteed that Yagamoth is going to do South Shore because we're 35 minutes in and he still has not been to Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah. I gotta wonder about this. Like,
Yeah,
Mini Moldorm Cave is right there, and it's 5 items, whereas you're coming all the way over here to waste a bunch of time on 3 item checks and a boss that you can loop in with the flute and the mirror because you need to do Meyer, as you pointed out earlier.
Yeah, and what's more, he also knows he has to do Aga, he has to get the flippers, and you could have done Swamp and Desert on the same trip, right? Or at least kind of on the same trip. Like,
Yeah. Which I mean, just
Yeah, like it does seem like that. Chad's
yeah. I didn't want to
saying
say
that
it on
maybe,
air.
Maybe
again,
Yaga
but-
just forgot about the flippers. That would
Or thought
explain
it
a
was
lot of his
bombs.
decision making.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if he doesn't know that the flippers are required.
Because, I mean, you saw it with WeightyWords. WeightyWords actually stepped down into the pool to scroll the camera up to make sure it was flippers. Like, on a glance, if you're not looking directly at it, you can easily mistake those 2 sprites. Especially when you're actually playing and you're doing the movement and trying to think on the fly. You're not paying full attention to the screen. You just see blue and maybe your brain just goes, oh, that's 3 bombs, whatever.
All right, Yagamoth does save and quit out of desert. This is, like I was saying before, you have both items and you know you're going to get access to the back later. So it's in your best interest to wait to kill Lambo here. And it looks like Yagamoth does know about the flippers, because we're headed to Front of Escape. Well, I mean, or at least he's headed to Front of Escape, but I guess maybe it's still up in the air.
All I know is Yagamoth's gonna be really mad when he eventually does Mini Moldorm Cave.
I guess that could be a factor, like why he's not like beelining to the flippers, right? Because without the mirror, you don't really care about the flippers, right? The only thing you want the flippers for is for Swamp, and I can't do the Swamp anyway because I don't have mirror.
No!
No, what? What? Are you okay? What happened?
I mean, it's an okay play from the perspective of Yaga, but I was hoping he was going to go to Yaga 1. He's not. He's
No,
going down.
you'd want to do the Front of Escape before doing that. Like, you can see him bumping into guards on purpose here.
Yeah.
He's setting up a Death Warp so he can do Aga 1 after. So this is definitely going to be Aga 1.
Could have gotten a bit of efficiency out of it by stepping into that doorway. That way, you save when you save and quit from the death. You just start right at that door. Saves a little bit of time, but that's like an optimization you're thinking about in the virtual commentary booth, not
Would that be
mid-run.
faster?
Well, that's a
you have to walk up to the door and down and out again.
Hold on a second. Yeah, that's the flute. That's hard required.
Yeah, flute's a nice find here. But you know, it's in the front of escape, and Aga is hard required, so I don't think WeightyWords is gonna skip it, you know. But maybe. I've been wrong before. Okay, now just don't die before getting the key. There you go. Good job.
Quick
I was so ready for the full heal. Oh, that piece of heart, though.
Yeah. Meanwhile, WeightyWords taking down Blind, getting that crystal out of Thieves Town. Yagamoth doing the needful, heading up to Aga 1 now. Sword makes this slightly faster room here.
Yeah, definitely going to be a time save over if he had done it like right after a pod. But that's only if you're looking at just the Aga Tower rooms. I think on the overall routing, he still would have been better off doing this earlier.
So WeightyWords looks like this is going to be Graveyard and King's Tomb here.
Oh yeah, he went north after Thieves.
So we'll get our look at King's Tomb here.
So
Headless Couch Cash moving right along.
So for doing Aga from WeightyWords' point of view, he needs either a sword or the cape. We don't know where the cape is, but we know that there's a sword in Pendant Pod and another one in Dig Game. So going north after Thieves Town instead of south is putting him farther away from that possible sword.
Unless the fourth sword happens to be right here in Graveyard.
Yeah, that would work out fantastic.
Just 50 rupees, though.
Maybe he's gonna just go back south after this.
Yeah, I would say that's well, Weighty still doesn't have the mirror. He could loop King's Tomb.
No, Weighty does have the mirror. You mean Yagamoth?
Or Yagamoth, sorry. Lumberjack has our flippers today. All right.
The way he did like King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge before going to front of school, it's oh my gosh, that's so frustrating. Oh gosh, what's in this chest? Is it a key? Please be a key.
It is not. Oh, oh no. Oh no.
So the infinitely wise developers decided to add this new setting called Advanced Placement that removes the guaranteed pinball room key there. So if you accidentally fall in like that and it's not a key, you're done. Have to save and quit, no choice. All right, so maybe for the best though, WeightyWords, there wasn't anything in the front of Skullwoods when Yaga checked it. It probably hasn't changed since then. And WeightyWords is now headed towards Dig Game a little sooner than he was gonna.
Meanwhile, Yagamoth takes down Aga 1.
Do we go Catfish here? Nope. Okay.
Save and quit, which luckily does not have that mirror, so that is going to pop him back out at the Light World choices. Silver's on Cave 45.
Poor Yaga.
Yaga, please.
Go. Why are you not the flip? Okay.
I at this point, I gotta assume Yaga just misidentified him as bombs. There's no other explanation at this point.
What? No, he wouldn't have killed that guy unless he knew.
Yep, sorry.
Yeah, he knows. He's just activating the flute first. I'm not sure. Maybe this is faster.
It's
than grabbing the flute first.
7:55 in the morning. Get off me.
Yeah, this is probably faster, right? Because I need flute just after lumberjack.
This is yeah, valid point.
I don't know. I would have just grabbed flippers first out of like
Sheer muscle memory and
that's the thing I'm thinking about at the time. You know, that's why I would do it. All right, WeightyWords with his brand new sword headed straight after Aga because he knows about those flippers.
Yep, there they are. Yaga has not been in any Moldorm Cave yet, no. So hopefully this is a flute that's like 7 or 8, and he does that.
Yeah,
Thank
like
you.
And WeightyWords also doing front of escaper before Aga. Just being a little bit thorough, but it's going to pay off immensely because we do find the flute here.
And Ether coming out for Yagamoth just does not want to deal with these mini Moldorms at all.
Yeah, it's a very fast way to do mini Moldorm Cave, especially with quick swap, so you don't even have to spend any time on the menu.
There's the mirror. Ready, flute out. And I gotta believe this is gonna be Swamp Palace.
I'm curious if he's going to go over to Bombos and K45 first.
Those would be good checks to make, yes. Going down, so probably just gonna be Bombos, if anything, here before Swamp.
I'm going to trade to Swamp.
Alright, 6 items in here. No Cane of Samaria, so we aren't going to see that form of Diver Down. We could certainly see Bomb Diver Downs.
I think at this point, it's pretty safe to say that WeightyWords has the advantage. Yagamoth is going to lose a significant amount of time whenever he has to go back to Eastern later. And then on top of that, the pod dip probably ends up not being worth it. He did get an extra sword out of it, but pod's really slow.
And then on top of that, the advantage you get from Master to Tempered is, if you'll excuse the pun here, tempered a little bit by Silvers being in K45.
Oh yeah, that's true. The silvers make up for not having tempered sword by a bit. I think Yagamoth still might get the silvers though. It's not out of his reach. Like after
I don't
go left.
I don't think Yaga skips silvers, but I think WeightyWords not going to pod and potentially only having Master.
Right.
You know those silvers, putting them to good use here.
Yeah, who needs tempered sword when you have silver arrows, right? Just kill all the things.
Need it. Yeah.
Oh, that was a nice room.
Okay. Into the compass room we go. There's Bombo's medallion.
There's Bombos. Still need mitts for Ice Palace, and also it's a pendant, so gross.
Yep. Bombos might be required for either a Turtle Rock or Mire, though. Both of which we need to do, as they are both crystals.
Yagamoth opting to go straight to left side here.
And we are going to see a diver down. Either that or we're going to see a very embarrassed runner as he realizes he plugged the key, but...
We call it the dive bomb. When you do this on left side with a delayed bomb explosion, call it dive bombing Slum.
Today I learned. Unfortunately, that Stalfos just decided to go, hey, what you doing over here?
Oh my gosh.
Twice!
Mean enemies.
Oh, man. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. That didn't look right for a second there, so I was just like, uh-oh.
What happened here? He flooded the key on purpose, and then set up a bomb to hit the switch, but then transition before it managed to do so. Then used Diver Down to hop below the water, and transition the screen, which then caused the switch to hit, so he could grab the key and make it across the left side on one trip. This saves, I think, Zero Rush timed it out to be like 15 to 20 seconds or something, over just doing it normally.
Nice. Alright, so let's see what all that hard work gives us. It gives us a heart container and a piece of heart.
Yeah, not progression on left side, but you feel, not too bad about it when it's 2 items. Your opponent is much more likely to do left side swamp when it's 2 items versus 1 or 0.
Accurate.
And if you did it first, it's faster than doing it last.
Alright, so mushroom turn-in. I don't believe we've seen... yes, we have. I think this was just 20 rupees, wasn't it? Nope, bombs.
I had no idea.
We'll see another diver down here. Yagamoth is not having a good time with bomb diver down setups today. There we go.
Yeah, it can be a little tricky to nail your D-pad inputs for getting in the water there. He was using a select buffer to make it easier. Oh no, the stairs. How frustrating.
That's also one of the fun things about this glitch is it causes that to happen a bit more often.
So also what matters here is he's out of bombs. So he comes back here to get the big chest, which is awesome.
In the big chest.
I got mitts now, but now he can't dive her down anymore.
Oh man.
Almost went down the wrong staircase there. Hey, Zora was nothing. Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle. All right. Draining the swamp here is Yagamoth.
All right, WeightyWords. It's time for those flippers. Let's go. Oh yeah, I started going south. Just have it.
Onwards to Argus goes Yagamoth. WeightyWords, as you said, going and grabbing those flippers now. Chat, as always, your ways to torture our poor runners are just painful to read.
Yagamoth going for the 0 cycle. He got quite a few puffs, but was unable to close it out before the spin started.
Still a very clean first part of the fight there. 2 spins and down goes Argus.
I'm less convinced he's going to go over to K45 now. Because the Mitz means, now I can do Smith sequence, and I'll just do K45 when I'm doing Smith sequence later. That would be my thought process. I don't know what Yagamoth's going to think. Headed over to Bombo's tablet, at least.
So I would assume. Well, no, because Yagamoth already did Desert, or was that WeightyWords?
They both did Desert.
Okay.
Yagamoth just left the boss for later, which is one of the few ways that his routing is actually going to be saving some time here, because it's faster to mirror to the back of Desert than to go all the way through it.
So Yagamoth didn't turn in the mushroom. Does so now to get
all in your
bombed.
head.
Yep.
But did not grab K45. So rip Silvers. He might do it later if we end up doing Smith sequence, but there's no guarantee of that.
Let me go ahead and check the Mire area here. So Mire Shed and Checkerboard could also theoretically go into Mire itself, with Ether being the requirement there.
Yeah, maybe not your favorite play, but definitely a valid one. I don't think double dipping Mire is very painful, but probably wouldn't want to do it before like Dark Death Mountain, right? Way more
Correct.
efficient.
Gonna go ahead and loop in the Land Mollusk kill now. On the way over to Checkerboard, I would assume. So you're gonna have a little easier go at it with the Tempered Sword here.
Freddie in chat says, Mire requiring Ether means ice is definitely required, right? I'm having trouble following your logic there, but it's possible. Definitely possible.
Yeah.
I guess you're
Chat's
thinking
calling for the Cane of Samaria to be an ice, which is just gross.
I guess you're thinking because Bombos isn't required to go into Mire, then it's probably in your hand because it gives you access to Ice Palace, which is a valid consideration. But yeah, Bombos Pendant Ice Palace without Cane of Samaria, maybe not my favorite place to go right now.
All right.
WeightyWords also going left side first here with the dive bomb strategy.
Okay. Good Landmo fight from Yagamoth there. Again, gonna go over here, check Checkerboard.
WeightyWords getting a much nicer RNG from the Stalfos there. Neither of them came over to bug him.
Yeah. Yagamoth deciding to grab that second bottle on Checkerboard with complimentary red goo.
What? Yagamoth, why? It was
That's one way to miss your flight by casting Ether Medallion.
I don't always dodge the bird. When I do, it's because I'm spamming LNR to be silly and accidentally hit Y while selecting Ether. Alright, so Yaga going Dark Death Mountain here. It's just so efficient to do this. And then you also get the medallion information on TR before the cane, which means you're not baited into going into cane without the ability to full clear it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so up into Super Bunny we go. We'll see what shakes out here. Butter Sword.
Another sword. So that means WeightyWords will be getting tempered. So Pod ends up being a big time loss there for Yagamoth. But, you know, the seed is still young. WeightyWords might find himself in Pod before it's over.
Opening up hook shot is Yagamoth. Going over to check that Turtle Rock needs Quake. So,
yeah, vanilla medallions today.
Yep.
So this puts more stock in the Bombos is meant for Ice Palace theory, right?
I do believe it
definitely wouldn't be the first time that the Fire Rod was locked behind Bombos in Ice Palace.
Yagamoth double checking to make sure that yes, indeed, it was Quake on Turtle Rock. Third bottle there in hook shot. A lot of red items here, including that cane of Samaria.
That makes Ice Palace just look so much tastier than it did 5 seconds ago.
Yep.
Like, before I was thinking, I should probably go to Ice, but with the cane, I'm like, yes, Ice, please, let's go.
Icebreaker. Here we go.
But maybe Crystal Mire would be better, I guess. Nah, screw it, let's go Ice. I want to see Ice.
I mean, getting one of the 7 things you need to defeat the game does seem like it would be a good use of time. Yagamoth going for Harapot Part 2. Hookshot Boogaloo. The big chest. And looks like Moldorm is going to have our other item.
No, it's in the basement. We saw this already from WeightyWords.
Oh,
He went back in for the basement. Yaga's not even interested.
I forgot about that. Look, it's 8:12 in the morning. Don't mind me. I'm gonna keep milking that excuse. I probably should have had another cup of coffee this morning, but moving on.
All right, WeightyWords finishes up Swamp Palace. He has his mitts now. He's got his Bombos. Dark Death Mountain is his decision.
Just 10 arrows in Spike Cave. And now Yaga mirroring back to Light World and heading over to Flute Spot 6. So this is going to be Mystery
Alright.
Mire.
Whatever. Crystal Dungeon I can full clear, I guess, if you want to be basic. I still feel like Pitted Ice Palace would have been the people's play, right? No, I'm just teasing. This is obviously the more
play,
efficient way. Yeah, like you want to do Crystal Dungeons, you have to do Crystal Dungeons. So when you can full clear it and it's fast, like you might as well just do it.
I mean, the compromise play would have been, you know, to do a bird toss there, but
Well, he tried to freeze the other bird earlier, so I think that makes up for it.
this is true. All right. WeightyWords received that sword. Is now on tempered. Gonna check hookshot. Do what Yagamoth did. Open up hookshot, but go check medallion on Turtle Rock first. Receive that news that we are still looking for that Quake medallion, and now hookshot cave for the cane of Samaria. And a second bottle for WeightyWords. That's in there too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shovel and mire.
Sweet.
You never know. That might make Yagamoth decide to do Cave 45 while they're loop that in with the big spot.
So I think WeightyWords very likely to just head right into Mire here since they already got the cane.
Okay. So, also note, the single arrow of destiny means we've already found both items in Mystery Mire here. Big key found. So onwards we go. Try and flip through. There we go.
Nice shot. I'm impressed that not so much that he clipped through, because I don't think that's too hard, but that he managed to stop his dash before he started going down the stairs. I think that's really impressive.
Yeah. Our tracker excited for the menu check to make sure they haven't missed anything. Which, because they are amazing at their job, they really haven't so far. Now, both runners going to be in Mire at approximately the same time here. Yagamoth going to be just about wrapping up first, though.
Big difference between our runners right now is Yagamoth has to go back to Armos. It's such an early game mistake, but it's going to cost him so much when he has to go back there eventually.
Yep.
And then Yagamoth has also spent a significant amount of time in Palace of Darkness for a 4th sword, unfortunately. Not super helpful.
No, but it is entirely possible that WeightyWords goes and does part of that pot at the very least. So that could be a time save. Pain of Burnistrats for Vitreous here. And just 8 eyeballs. Or 8 arrows to the giant eyeball. And down goes Vitreous.
Yeah, crystal number 4 for Yagamoth. So now it's Ice Palace, right?
I mean, I don't really think there's anything else we can do.
It's either go to Ice Palace or do Smith Sequence, surely. Which, Smith Sequence isn't even that crazy for Yagamoth because he hasn't done K45 or now he has this new shovel as well. But he also decides Ice Palace is the play. I think he has Zora available. Are we going to Zora? We are going to Zora.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, he never even came up here, so he's going to do Waterfall. Well, WeightyWords did find that big key and is heading down to Vitreous himself. Chat now calling for Powder in Ice Palace, leading to aggression on Magic Bat, which no, just no.
So on your window, on the Twitch chat window, in the top right, there's probably a little X. You want to click that. It'll help you a lot with commentary, I swear.
Accurate.
All right, flipper checks didn't lead to anything for Yagamoth. Now we go Ice? No. Okay. Shuffle. Shuffle first. I'm not anti-chat. I'm anti-chat coming up with, like, tedious fetch quest scenarios. Silver Arrow's making quick work of Vitreous there. WeightyWords picking up Crystal, number 5. Little bit of Vitreous in my life.
God bless. Oh no. So I love how you said that right after I made the comment that the Alt F4 thing wasn't even the top 3 dumbest things we've said on comms, and then you went ahead and pushed that down one further. Also, have fun explaining to Fiesel why you got us taken down for PMCA.
I don't think that can happen.
Fire Rod!
Look, Fire Rod in the first test of Pen and Ice Palace.
Let's steer.
Who could have guessed?
Let's put
And
this
now
train
we
back
have-
on the tracks before they melt.
And now we have everybody's favorite kind of seed. It's either Ice Rod Go Mode seed or a Medallion Go Mode seed. Both of which for Turtle Rock.
Nice. Nice breaker. And both runners, again, going to be in the same dungeon at approximately the same time. Going to be a bit closer of a margin here, though.
Yeah, it's deceptive though, right? They look like they're close, but Yaga, like when they're both in Go mode, Yaga has to do Armos, and WeightyWords doesn't.
Oh boy, there's that powder there. So
if Ice Palace is empty though, so this could matter. If Ice Palace ends up being empty after the Fire Rod, WeightyWords.
it's not, because that's Quake.
Okay, never mind. We're Go mode. Or no, I mean, well, no, we still need Ice Rod. But we'll probably look for Ice Rod and TR. I was gonna say we might see WeightyWords go into Pod, which would even them up a lot more.
So, automatic Ice Rod Laser Bridge. Let's go.
Yeah, Ice Rod's always in TR. I'm not worried about it. Neither is Yagamoth for that matter.
Yeah.
So
Yagamoth's
WeightyWords, this would be maybe a little harder for him to make a play like that, where he just nopes out of ice, because of Pod. Pod's a lot of items, and it's just sitting there. Haven't been there at all. Ice Rod could just be in the first chest,
Yaga had, or not Yaga, sorry. WeightyWords having a little bit of trouble with Icebreaker there.
You have to spend a long time on Icebreaker for it to not be a time save. Like even if it takes you a little bit to get it, it's still really, really, really big time save.
Yeah, isn't it like on the order of like 90 seconds, if I remember correctly?
I'm pretty sure it's over a minute, but I don't know the number. 90 seconds sounds right.
Gibdo's getting in the way a little bit there of Yaga's torch lighting rampage.
All right, WeightyWord's going to get his Quake Medallion in this room. Now, does he leave, or do we go finish off, what's his face, for Green Pendant?
He's thinking about it.
Thinking. Okay.
Oh, okay. And that Butter Sword taking care of Mothula very quickly for Yagamoth.
Yeah, so we already found all 3 items on Ice Palace, so the only reason to go Cold Stay here is Green Pendant. Which I think from WeightyWords is it's a little different for him to make this decision because he hasn't done Pod yet, so at least he could turn it in efficiently. I guess Yaga has to go back to Eastern too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like leaving. I liked leaving. I thought that was a good play.
So now the question is, I think Yaga's just cleaning up Eastern here. I mean, I would hope because he just is going straight to Eastern as opposed to setting up the mirror.
He's prepping for Ice Rods in TR. He can do TR and then just go straight to GT.
Yep. So we'll see who has the right of things here very shortly, because I'm assuming WeightyWords is going to go turn in that green pendant right now.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd do Skullwoods first, at least. No, you're right. He's going straight there.
Okay.
This is exactly the kind of thing that Yagamoth needed to have happen, though, to start saving time over WeightyWords.
Yep.
I mean, unless this is the ice, unless this is the ice rod, and then never mind. This is the worst thing that could happen. All right, 300 rupees.
Big fat payday.
It's okay. Yagamoth's still alive.
Had to think about it for a second, but flip to 3. Probably to do Skullwoods to give him more time to think.
You ever killed your last boss and then gone to GT and it just wouldn't open? And you realized, oh wait, that wasn't my last boss.
Oh man, that's the worst.
I've done that too many times. Thankfully, WeightyWords does remember that Skullwoods exists and goes to take care of that before going to TR.
But it's especially bad when you look at your tracker instead of your map and are really confused, and then realize, then you check your map and realize, oh, I mismarked something. Good.
So when all's said and done, Yagamoth is going to get his 6 crystal before WeightyWords.
Near well mastered there, but recovers in time for Slash it Dead, gets half magic, and is now heading back to Mothula.
I think we can officially call this a lead change, right? Because up until this point, it's been pretty clear that WeightyWords has the advantage, but he's been very thorough, and Yagamoth has been skipping things a lot.
Case in point, he's going to Turtle Rock instead of Smith's Chain, or checking that shovel.
It's definitely made up a lot of the time he lost from the Eastern Double Dip, and the Pod Clear.
Oh, Tracker saying the shovel was another 300 spot. I must have just completely blocked that out. At any rate, Yagamoth heading up to Turtle Rock, while WeightyWords dropping down to do some moth extermination here. Silver's Cave 45 today.
Yeah, Silver's are in Cave 45. They don't represent a very big time save, though, from this point to the end. Like on the Ganon fight, compared to just like swiping him and doing 12 spins, it saves like 30 seconds or so.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, if you're not very good at Silverless, then it's more time, right? But I think Yagamoth is...
Yeah,
he's pretty good. If you're good at this game. I'm not worried.
Yeah, if you're in the Invitational, you've probably got your Silverless fight pretty on point. So, if Ice Rod is here, this is definitely Yagamoth's race to lose. If it's anywhere else, then we've got a problem.
Buttered and tempered has no effect on Silverless. Yeah, I just meant like as opposed to being on Master Sword. Like Silvers versus Silverless with non-Master Sword. It's like 30 seconds.
All right.
So this is this can be how WeightyWords takes the lead.
Yep. If Ice Rod is in Smith's Chain here, this suddenly becomes WeightyWords' race to lose, I think. Because Yagamoth's going to go all the way to Laser Bridge here in search of that Ice Rod. And if it's not there, then, well, he's going to be basically virtually high-fiving WeightyWords.
I can definitely see how, like, not going to TR feels like a good play here. Because it's an Agaseed, right? Like, you can't save your portal, which feels really bad if you end up double dipping TR.
All right.
And WeightyWords has a lot more of the game, like efficiently available to clear with a pod. In addition to this,
Dwarven Bombsmiths there. And also Mirror Shield in the Chain Chomp room in Turtle Rock. Makes Laser Bridge even easier to just circumvent entirely. And the Mad Batter check here. 5 rupees.
also known as not the ice rock.
Correct. Yagamoth receiving the big key of Turtle Rock out of the lava chest.
That is an interesting place to take your purple chest. Just showing him the sights.
So what is on the purple or in the purple chest today? It's the ice rock.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
And I think that's a lead change, everyone. That is a lead change.
At 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 19 seconds, WeightyWords is in go mode. That is definitely a lead change. And that may, in fact, be the backbreaker here, because, as mentioned, Yagamoth's going to be heading all the way to Laser Rage here. Going to be
I feel so bad.
Going to be giving a virtual high five to WeightyWords, who's going to be coming into to Turtle Rock here very shortly.
Like Yagamoth was at such a disadvantage right from the start of this seed with that Eastern Death, and his aggressive routing was paying off so much. You know, like he was in the lead if the Ice Rod was in TR, right? Like he wins the race, and then it was just Smith's sequence.
Oh, and the mistiming for good measure. Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
You
just
can
mirror. Some things aren't worth dying
you can
for.
bonk it if you can bonk it up there, and then hit it that way. He's just trying to find it. He just needs a little bit of space so he can start his dash.
But
I don't know if you can get a little bit of space. You might have to do an item dash with it. Oh yeah, he do the Samaria bounce.
okay.
There it goes.
Yikes. So, WeightyWords now. I mean, I guess the one saving grace for Yagamoth here is with the way the key layout here is in Turtle Rock. WeightyWords does have to, take it a little bit slow for the first little bit of this dungeon, but that's still not going to be enough time saved. This is going to be.
No, yeah, unfortunately, this is too big of a hurdle.
Yeah.
Even with completely opposite GT routes, there's just not enough time to save to make up for the TR dip.
Although WeightyWords did make it interesting for a fraction of a second there, nearly missed to the torch.
You don't want to. I mean, you don't want to say never, right? Like it's never say never, but
yeah,
like the way Yagamoth wins this race is WeightyWords suddenly playing like someone who isn't WeightyWords.
Yeah,
and that's just you can't expect that.
Alrighty. And especially because with the way Yagamoth routed here, he's still got some checks here on Mountain to do. He's not going to the Smith's Chain just yet.
He'll get there real quick, though.
I.e. right now. Hope. Or not. Oh, Ice Rod Cave.
Ice Rod Cave.
Oh!
Yeah, I definitely agree with Trinex's sentiment here in chat. You don't feel as bad about losing an Ice Rod hunt. because it's it's not your fault. Going to TR to look for the ice rod was absolutely a good play.
Yep, absolutely.
Not going to TR to look for the ice rod was absolutely a good play.
Yeah.
So just a toss up at that point.
Camper either. These skips now coming back to haunt him here.
Yeah, I mean, well, these skips are the things that was letting him still have a chance to make up for the Eastern pod dips.
Accurate. But it's just also kind of painful to see because from the commentary booth we know what the answer is, and
yeah, he's headed
luckily
there
he's heading there now.
I mean, he might do like Graveyard Ledge, I guess, but Smith Sequence not very far away.
And looks like it is going to be Smith Sequence first here, so going to be receiving the bad news here shortly.
Well, he'll likely find silvers, at least.
This is true. Well, WeightyWords, just about through the platform maze here in Turtle Rock. Gonna need to visit the laser bridge for a small key real quick. But Tempered Sword, half magic. Tridex should be no problem. Nicely done laser skips as well by WeightyWords. And indeed, 10 and a half hearts, red mail, a red potion should be able to handle Trinex without the use of the emergency exit.
I don't think he would have taken the emergency exit, even if he was on Master Sword with no half magic or bottle.
Must be nice to actually be good at this game.
Well, like low percent Trinex is it's the first hurdle for new runners, right? Like this is the most common thing you're forced to do that gets you killed. So it's the thing you want to put the most practice into.
So here comes the last phase of Trinex here, and there goes the last phase of Trinex. I'm sorry, I blinked. Was there a boss fight there?
There's an exploding guy. Well, I think the difference there, Trinex, is oh no, wait, right. You go ahead, do the thing.
Yep. So that was WeightyWords' 7th crystal. There are 22 locations in Gans Tower where that big key can be. Put a number from 1 to 22 in chat, and we will tabulate your guesses. And, well, there's the Zaha bot. So now put your guesses in chat.
Now do it. If you did it before, do it now.
Yes, do it now. Do it quickly. Because as soon as WeightyWords opens a chest, we're closing this one up. But those who guess the correct chest get points on the Sweet Gaming leaderboard. Here we go. Going left side first. Small key on the torch. 36 points up for grabs. Check number 1, not it today. Well, Yagamoth did get his ice rod off the purple chest, heading back up, but it's going to be too little too late. Number 2 and number 3, a bottle in the cape.
You're counting, right?
Yep,
Okay.
that was number 5 right there. Don't worry, I got this. Number 6 and number 7. Lucky number 7 is going to be our winner today. Traveling Coder was the first to guess 7. That boy, Tijalis Tafile, Quick 10 Draw, Alveus Satisatus, and that's it. Also get 5 bonus points for guessing 7 after Traveling Coder. Traveling Coder, you also get a lifetime supply of Link to the Past Randomizer seeds, including the limited time festive mode. That's redeemable by going to ALTTPR.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Original ROM not included. And if your standard seed lasts longer than 4 hours, you might want to go check Koi's YouTube channel.
What? You make fun of me for the Mambo number 5 joke, and you do that whole spiel. Wow. That's not even cool, man.
I never said I was above that sort of stuff. At any rate, the gauntlet climb has begun for WeightyWords.
Aw, that red Zazax. So rude.
Yes. Yeah, these are about the rooms in the gauntlet where I'm just kind of fed up. Like this room, I usually end up pulling out a medallion because well, this happens to me, and it makes me angry.
Hey man, medallion strats are a fantastic way to get through these rooms when you're just starting out, when you're still learning. Eventually, you want to move away from that because it is a lot faster to learn the slashes and the dashes and stuff. But I think medallions are a perfectly fine way to get through the gauntlet.
All right, nice quick kill in Wizard Room 1 there for WeightyWords. Nice quick kill in Wizard Room 2. So onwards we go.
Bonk.
Bonk and some quick swap issues trying to get to the fire rod for this room. There we go. Definitely avoided firebar, and there we go. All right. And the Yagamoth doesn't get quite as pretty of a phase 2 kill on Trinex, but pretty quick job nonetheless. So Yagamoth could make up a little bit of time here by going to the Hope Room first, but I mean, as already mentioned, this one is just about in the bag as WeightyWords demolishes Moldorm 2.
I don't think you can use quick swap during boss explosions.
Not usually, no. I mean, there might be some edge cases where you maybe you hit the button on like the exact right frame or something, but yeah, that's been my experience as well. Oh, free triple!
Nice.
So a double and a triple there from for that, and
and naturally, he gives you a blue ball when his is the first shot to come out.
Yep.
So mean.
2301.
Yaga does find the big key in the second chest there very quickly.
Gonna get the further good news that there's a key right here on the torch. So more time, a little bit of time saved, but again, not nearly enough unless WeightyWords just loses complete control of his life and this seed on this Ganon fight.
I think he'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get to the Invitational League without being able to recover from a Ganon fight gone wrong.
I think Quick Draw has it. Accidentally mirroring after Aga would have been the that would have been the path to victory for Yagamoth.
Yeah.
Very nice 1-1 there from WeightyWords.
Three-fourths of the way done here with the third phase. So, of course, Ganon decides to be a jerk on the last warp phase. Good. There we go. Nice double. Misses the torch glitch, but it's not going to matter. So there's that fourth arrow. Get your GGs ready in chat as long as the WeightyWords survives the most dangerous 1x3 bridge in all of Hyrule. Which he does. WeightyWords is going to finish in first place with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 15 seconds.
GG.
Fought race that just came down to that ice rod hunt. We will attempt to get WeightyWords in here for an interview, as well as Yagamoth, when Yagamoth finishes up here. Just a few rooms away from Aga 2.
He's like 4 or 5 minutes out.
Yep. Okay. Going with the lamp strats because he is running a little bit low on magic here. Full magic decanter available in this room if he wants to grab it while waiting out the timer. He does not.
Doesn't forget his key. Good job.
Yep. That's another thing that can trip you as a newish runner if you forget, oh, hey, I need another key, and forget that particular mini Helma has one.
Bye-bye, Trolldorm.
Yep. Trolldorm 2 not posing an issue for either runner today. Yagamoth proceeding to Aga 2. So yeah, that ice rod location definitely changed the ending of this race. But until that point, it was definitely a nice back and forth event.
Yeah, no, it's it's I don't think we can even blame it the ice rod thing, right? Like Yagamoth shouldn't have been able to win, but before the ice rod thing, he was gonna win, you know? Like he made some real big errors in the early game, some unfortunate gambles that didn't pay off, and he was just so far behind. But he played so aggressively after that he was able to make up the entire time that he lost, to the point where he was on crystal number 6 before WeightyWords. And if the ice rod had just been in TR, we have a different winner tonight.
Indeed. As Yagamoth heads into this Ganon fight here, and we see about getting them in for the interview, good time to remind you about further league action happening on the Speed Gaming series of channels today at 4:10, right here on Speed Gaming 1. It's going to be Team Did You Check Your Boot, represented by Tam, versus Team They Vetoed Our Acronym, represented by Jim. At 4:40 on Speed Gaming 3, it'll be Team Double Dippers represented by Eram versus Team Butler Buddies, represented by Chelsea Lynn. And then at 7:10 on Speed Gaming 4, it'll be a doubleheader. Team Findrana Drifters and Jet starting off versus Team CLW and Swerve, followed immediately by Frostbite for the Drifters versus Pika Pals for CLW. And then closing out the night at 9:10, it'll be the Immortals and Roach 788 versus Waffle House Drive-Thru and Demo. And while I was doing that, Yagamoth destroys the Ganon fight.
I like that it lined up so perfectly. Like he would. The boss
I wasn't even
right
paying attention, and I look over after finishing the schedule, and oh hey, fanfare, okay. GG's. Yagamoth finishes in second place with an official, I almost said SRL, race time GG time of 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 35 seconds.
I think SRL is synonymous with racing, just period.
Fair.
We know what you mean. But big GGs to both of our runners.
All right.
And it looks like we are going to get a video interview with both of them simultaneously.
Right. Indeed. So let's go ahead and
they're ready.
Get them on up here. And welcome on in, you two. GG's.
Yeah, GG's. GG.
So that was definitely a heck of a race. Unfortunately, it came down to the ice rod location. You know, that's always spells a bad time. But it was still.
Like...
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I feel like even if I found the ice rod earlier, Weighty probably would have been ahead, according to the time difference. Anyways, I would.
No,
guess.
you win.
But that.
If the ice rod was in TR, you win.
Uh...
You got crystal number 6 first and went straight to TR. But it was weird, right? Because you know, I know why you feel like that, right? Because of the Eastern death and the pod dip. Weighty never even went to pod. But you after those time losses, you played really aggressively throughout the seed, and you were just saving time left and right, all the way to the point where you got to the 6th crystal first. So it's like you shouldn't have won, but then you could have won, but then the ice rod was on purple chest and you didn't win.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether the gambles that I made, whether they would even pay off, and even if they do, whether I would have gained enough time to make up for previous mistakes at that point. So I decided, you know what, either I'm going to go directly to Turtle Rock and maybe win, or I don't. It felt like the chance was pretty high for me that it was not in Turtle Rock compared to in Turtle Rock, but at the same time I felt like that was kind of my one way out. So yeah, I feel like Weighty most likely played way better this seed, so GG.
Not that much better, but...
I mean, from my perspective, Weighty's routing was much more efficient, right? Like he just, got things that were on the way. It was very clean. Not tons of saving, quitting, and mirroring and fluting around all the time.
Yeah, I kind of committed on skipping pod because I don't like pendant pod. So because of that, I decided to kind of be more efficient with my clearing so that I could, like, once I found out that it was Ice Rod Go mode, I decided to do everything except for pod pretty much before going to Turtle Rock, just to be safe in it.
So you would have skipped pod if
I would have skipped pod before going to Turtle Rock because that was like my one big skip. I guess I also skipped Eastern Big, but that was kind of like my big gamble for the seed, so I was kind of committed on that. So it was like if it wasn't in Purple Chest, I would have gone to Turtle Rock too. So
yeah, I mean, I felt like both were just completely valid plays, especially with it being an Aga seed, right?
Yeah, and getting the powder too also kind of pushed me towards that area for my spells.
Right.
So.
Speaking of it being an Aga seed, I did kind of want to ask Yaga, it kind of felt like you were putting off Aga 1 for a while there. Was there reasoning behind that, or was it just kind of, I'll go do this real quick?
I was kind of hoping to find the mirror first, and I still had the South Shore to do, but then, well, there was mirror anyways. So I was kind of hoping to find mirror so I could check all the chests, and I ended up skipping the sewers chest, so I still don't know what's in there, and it could have been Ice Rod for all I know. But yeah, I didn't deliberately put it off as much as it was like just looking for something else first, maybe.
Yeah, that once I got my Master Sword from Big Game, I went straight to Aga because I didn't want to do pod. Rather do swamp.
It was weird because Yaga gets Darkworld access and he goes to Darkworld before even doing like Mini Moldorm Cave, and immediately goes Pendant Pot. And we're like, what? Big play. It's a huge
I was
play.
gonna go to pod, and then I saw that it was a pendant, and then I didn't want to go to pod.
And it like paid off in the short term though, because there was a sword in pod. So it felt weird that you make this big gamble, Yagamoth, to go to Pendant Pod before like all these other more efficient things, and the one thing you get in there, you don't immediately follow to Aga. But yeah, not having the mirror makes sense for that.
Yeah, for me it was like, since I died in Eastern Palace, I felt like I need to make some play in order to regain time, and immediately going to Pendant Pod, even if there's just one item that doesn't immediately give me progression, I would have like toned back the aggressive skips and just went with normal routing again. But since I only found a sword, I just continued after that.
Yeah, maybe the aggressive skips after that though, they were saving you so much time. You did all kinds of things. Skipped Spiral Cave, skipped Hobo and Ice Rod Cave. Didn't do Cave 45 or the Smith sequence at all. Skipped out on Ice Palace after you got the third item. We were a little scared for that because WeightyWords did kill.
I've been known to get
right
burned by green pendants, so I paused there and was like, I want to leave, but I shouldn't because it could be on Cold Stare.
Yeah, we noticed that pause and we were just like, oh, he's thinking about it.
No, I'm pretty sure that pause was accounted for half of your menu time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, by the way, 47 seconds of menu time. Total.
Yeah, so this was my first time doing quick swap. I've never done a quick swap race before, so it was really weird. And I learned a couple things, like I can't menu on Trinex while the head is explode. I can't quick swap while the head is explode. I didn't know that before, so it was fun, kind of like learning all the little things about quick swap while doing it.
Also learned that if you're matching quick swap while waiting for the bird, if you accidentally hit Y while on a medallion, you're going to miss your flight while the medallion animation plays.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Yagamoth, but that was
right.
It was very amusing.
7 seconds of menu time. I thought 47 was impressive, and then Yagamoth's over here like 7 seconds.
You menued
of
like
time.
Twice the whole time.
Woo! Quick swap.
I can see Rick is typing. I think we need to wrap it up.
All right. Yes, we do. So, anything else we want to cover real quick from anybody?
No, just like thanks for doing the restream and everything. Thanks to comms and trackers and restreamers to help make everything possible. So
indeed. Don't forget to follow the runners for the excellent gameplay they provided today. Follow us and the tracker if you liked the job we did. Follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6 and the ALTTPR League and League 2 through 4. Coming up next here on Speed Gaming 1 is Hollow Knight Bingo. And yeah, anything else yet? I almost called you Jim. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Koi.
How did you know my name? No, I'm good. Thanks, guys, so much. Make sure to follow runners, trackers, commentators. They're all awesome. Especially, literally, Jen. I knew you thought I was going to say West Side Vandal, but no.
Literally, I was expecting that bait and switch. So we're good.
Thanks, everybody.